This weekend, we're in Belgium, in the picturesque province of Liège. Welcome everyone, qualifying for the sprint awaits us, and we're raring to get going.
So, final qualifying lap here. Currently on pole with Joe. Pourchaire down in 6th, but Pourchaire is going quicker, and purple for Joe. So Joe is going quicker. So, oh, he's going to get a bit of traffic. Is that going to hold him up? Yes, it is. Yes, that held him up. So Joe has had his lap compromised there, so I don't think he's going to improve. That's unfortunate. So Joe crossed the line, no improvement. Pourchaire, green. So can Pourchaire move up? He should do. No purple though, so
it's the checkered flag.
So hopefully, all being well, Pourchaire is close to the front row. You never know, might even be pole. Here we go, Pourchaire across the line. 3rd. Okay, it's a sprint race, so could make that up, but 1st and 3rd for the sprint. Bottas up there in 5th. That's a great performance from Bottas. Russell only 4th. Thought he'd be more competitive, but that Aston Martin again producing something special. Okay, well, let's move on anyway and see what happens.
Hello and welcome as our Grand Prix weekend continues, and the sprint will soon be upon us. And whilst qualifying has already established today's starting grid, the results of the sprint will determine the lineup for the Grand Prix itself.
Points go to the top finishers in the sprint, and with no mandatory pit stops, it's all about the racing on the track.
Well, teams will need to be clever. There's no time to relax. It's the sprint around Spa. "15 long and challenging laps await the drivers in today's sprint here at Spa.
And once the lights go out here at Spa, the attention will shift to the first corner, a turn that has seen its fair share of dramatic incidents over the years.
This is it, a dash to the finish line. Here we are, the sprint around Spa-Francorchamps. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Good start, and if Pourchaire can just get into 2nd. No, not quite. Why is Stroll on hard? Well, that's made it easier for Pourchaire, who flies up the thumb into 2nd place. So it's a Haas 1-2, but strange choice for tyres here. But yeah, the OS is activated after the first lap, so we need to try and pull away as quick as we can on this opening lap, and hopefully Stroll's going to hold up. It's a long lap here, so more time to get that gap. Stroll is holding up now. Leclerc, sorry. Gap is almost a 2nd, so Pourchaire will be told not to fight his teammate.
No fight.
No fighting indeed. Right.
Yeah, copy.
Turn that down a little bit. Got the gap that we want.
Let's back off.
So DRS should be enabled. Oh, accident, virtual safety car, red flag. So Russell and Leclerc are out. Ooh. Wow.
And it's a standing restart now for the sprint. And it's lights out and away we go.
Okay, so Stroll this time is on softs. And Stroll's having a go. Is he through? Wow, Stroll all over Porsche. He's got the inside line, but
Keep pushing.
that's not good. Porsche really needs a good weekend. And the last thing he needs is to have an accident or drop back. Only got 7 laps to go, so we can push as hard as we like. So gap's starting to get built, but it could be under threat from DRS, especially as poor Joe has pulled the pin out a bit here. He might have to slow down here to help his teammate. Slow down, Joe. Slow down, Joe. He needs to help protect his teammate with some DRS because Porsche is not quick yet. I need to slow down. Harvest a bit. Just close the gap. Oh no.
DRS enabled.
Okay, caught him up now. Right, so now we can go back on the attack. So there we go, just caught him up now, so that's job done. And we've pulled the gap on Stroll. So no DRS, so that's good.
Back off.
So Verstappen's the new threat, now Leclerc is out, and Verstappen is not through yet. So we're now on the final lap of the sprint, and it's a familiar sight. 2 Haas's out in front. To be honest, with Leclerc and Russell having an accident, it made things a lot easier for us. Perez and Magnussen later on had an accident as well. Stroll never really had the pace, and Verstappen never got past Stroll, so straightforward, and the grid looks very Haas friendly. So first and second, job well done.
Oh man! Oh, I can't believe it.
Not quite, not
Joe
quite.
first over the line. What a win there. What an achievement today for Zhou Guanyu.
That was a fantastic effort. Really well done.
So we came second in Spain, and we had a horror show in Canada. Otherwise, I have won every other race. Well, Joe has won every other race. So yeah, we are.
There's today's sprint winner. It's Zhou Guanyu.
And what a well-deserved P1 finish that was. Absolutely outstanding.
So yeah, I don't think we see the Drivers' Championship, unfortunately.
Well, there's nothing quite like it. Welcome along to race day.
Motor car racing didn't have the best of starts at Spa-Francorchamps. Only one driver registered for the very first car race back in 1921, so a motorbike race replaced it instead.
Yeah, one Monaco.
Times have changed, and now Spa is a solid fixture on the F1 calendar.
Karun, what have you made of Zhou Guanyu this weekend? How will he fancy his chances, do you think?
You know what, Crofty? They're performing well above what's been expected of them so far. All in all, not a bad place to be.
Well, no one can ever predict what will happen at Spa-Francorchamps. But one thing's for sure, it's going to be eventful. We've got 44 laps ahead of us here in Spa as we get ready for the Belgian Grand Prix. Zhou Guanyu will know exactly what's expected of him in this race.
They've got a fantastic opportunity starting on pole, but can they carry it through to the end?
But remember, anything can happen in Formula One. Get ready, it's the Belgian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Off we go. Pourchaire don't attack. Yeah, I think oh no, don't do that.
Stay
Wrong
on
one.
line.
10 minutes past midnight, so it's not that long. It's only an hour difference from the UK. So yeah, Ferrari have probably been the better team, but Perez has been quite poor. I suppose it's real life, isn't it, really? Perez isn't a match for the likes of Russell and Leclerc. So, right, the key now is just to try and pull away before the DRS
Back into the lifting coast.
comes into activation. And we don't want Pourchaire slowing Joe down, so let's try and just pull away from Stroll, who is on medium, so that's helpful. Verstappen is on old softs, so that's all good news, I'd say. So let's try and pull a gap on Stroll. Can fuel down a bit on that.
Refuel. Copy.
So just try and get that gap to over second. We don't have to rush into it. Yeah, Stroll's hanging on at the moment. Oh no, it's dropped back now. So basically we just need to try and pull this gap as fast as we can. Because now the gap is just going up further. Oh, Pourchaire's gone off.
The race is on.
Pourchaire's
Let's have
locked
a
up.
look at that. Right, we're down at turn 5. The wheels just lock up there. They took a gamble and it was just too late.
So he's damaged his tyres in that as well, so that's not good. Yeah, Max behind Stroll, but that lock up by Pourchaire is not good news. He needs to. He's lost about 8% of his tyres life, which might become a problem with that one-stop strategy. We have to try and get him back
Yellow's ahead.
in this. So we're going to back off Stroll now, just to Joe, just to conserve a bit. Right, so Pourchaire in.
Yep.
Ah, the bloody error with the game again's happened. So Stroll actually slows up. There's a slight technical problem with the game where it slows up competitors. So that might have happened and helped Verstappen.
Might be close to pit out.
That might have been why Verstappen got out in front. No, there's Lawson. So, okay, that's all good. So that's fine. Okay, so Joe, race leader, coming into pits for his 1 and only stop. Maybe should have come in 1 lap earlier, but should be safe there. Yeah, exactly. If Porsche's right behind, he can run on DRS. Right, first of all, clean stop required. Was slight fault.
I can't believe it.
Slight fault. Lost a second on the pit stop, so he's still out ahead though. There's Porsche behind us. So let's get the tyres up to temperature. We'll see. We're having to push hard at the moment just to keep him at bay. The problem is this is going to help drag Verstappen to Joe, although Joe looks... Yeah, Joe's still lapping faster than the start. Yeah, Porsche did do a bad lap. So Porsche has made a mistake somewhere because he's done a 48.8. There you go, so that's the reason. Porsche made a mistake somewhere.
That was a purple lap.
Look at that, fastest lap. They've done fastest laps. That's how much we've picked up the pace. So yeah, Porsche's made another mistake. So that's frustrating, and he's now dragging second faster that lap, so he's just dragging them towards Joe. So ideally I want to try and break that DRS, but I don't think we've got the pace to break that DRS. This is not good. We'll give it a lap or two, see whether Porsche can break DRS. If he can't, then we may just have to settle in for a battle. The last thing I want to do is actually bring Joe into this battle. It's not Joe's fault that Porsche is making these mistakes. And we've still got fuel to save as well. Okay, so this is the last lap of the Belgium Grand Prix. And we're just going to tell the driver just to not avoid the high risk curbs. Obviously driving clean air. Porsche, you can do the same to be honest. Avoid the high risk curves, driving clean air. Yeah, exactly. So it's all been
Giving a bit of margin to the curb.
comfortable. But this has been the story of our season really. We've just got out in front, we try and get pole and then try and build a gap, use our pace. Occasionally Porsche has made mistakes like in Monaco. I suppose I should really, but again if Porsche, I'm not going to give up positions like this. Like if it's close 50-50 then yeah, I will probably let Porsche win. Like at the start of the season there was a few races where yeah, pretty much I could do it on the last lap. I could have in theory do it. In this situation you can't, unless you box Joe, it's not going to happen. But there was a few races earlier in the season where Porsche could have won and I stopped him. So obviously I just wasn't sure, like I didn't know if our dominance was going to continue. But it has, so here we go, across the line for yet another win for Joe. I think that's the 11th? I've lost count now. Easy win. I think so.
Joe first over the line. What a win there. It's a win for Joe Guan Yu.
And you can hear just how happy the crowd are for them too. They're on their feet.
Okay,
Porsche.
So we're P2.
Incredible, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Nice drive.
Yep, nice trophy there. Yeah, I don't think Hamilton never did win that many in a season. So, good times.
Zhou Guan Yu put it all together today for an excellent drive.
It was a truly excellent win, with everything working together for the team and driver.
The team has been waiting patiently there, and you can see just how much it means to each and every one of them. Now, Karun, I'd be really keen to know, how do you think the Haas team will be reflecting on today's result?
I doubt they could be much happier. A win and a podium place. What a great way to round out the weekend.
And that is that for this weekend's F1 action here in Belgium.
For the next round, Formula One won't be straying too far. We'll be heading to the dunes of Zandvoort and the lightning speed of the Dutch Grand Prix.
Yeah. Another faultless weekend. But yeah, no, 11 wins so far. So Joe's won 11 races, 12 podiums. And bear in mind, we've only done 13 races. That's quite a statistic for dominance. I'm going to have to start getting the calculator out soon and working out when he's going to win the Drivers' Championship. Because that's what, 183 points to Russell. Oh, definitely. I've got to make sure we beat that. Although, to be fair, Max might win more than 15 this year at this rate. So, we might need to go for 18 or 20. So, also, there's 22 races in a season. We've lost 2. So, the most we can get to is 20. At the rate where things are going, we could do it. But yeah, the calculator needs to come out soon because the championship is getting very close. Likewise, constructors 555. Just thinking, could we get to 1,000 points? There's a possibility. I might have to do the maths, but there's a possibility of getting 1,000 points in a season because there's quite a few sprint races in the second half because you got Qatar, Abu Dhabi, no, not Abu Dhabi, Qatar and Brazil, and there's another one, I've forgotten which one it was. I think there's about 4 sprint races still to go, and there's 8 points for a sprint race. So if we can win most of these races with nice solid 1-2s and winning the sprints as well with 1-2s, there's a possibility of getting 1,000 points in a season. Now that would be quite something. Might have to aim for that. Pit stops, we're not quick on pit stops. That's been the case throughout. Our fastest pit stops is a 2.075 compared to pit stops in the 1.8. It's probably a 1.7. No. So our pit stops, I'm trying to get them better, but they're still not improving. Yeah, there's a fault on that pit stop, so new tyres put on. It's an error. So yeah, all good.